got laid out in front of me are all my flowers. So my freesia, the lisianthus, the roses, the epitorium, chrysanthemums, my tulips, and then my little bits of green from the garden. So not much green at all from the garden. And not forgetting my piece of string or raffia for when I come to tie up at the end. Now, if you've not made a posy before, I suggest you take a bit of time just to practice the technique. If you've got lots and lots of greenery, I would make a little posy out of greenery first of all, and you can take it apart when you're happy with your technique and then add the flowers in again later. And what you need to do is imagine your hand is a vase. So I'm right-handed. I'm going to pick up all my flowers individually with my right hand and put them into my left hand, which is going to be my vase. So I would, just starting with bits of greenery here, pick up my first stem with my azalea bud with my right hand, put it into my left hand, and you can see there that all I've done, I'm not holding it tightly in my fist. There's no tension in my arm and going up to my shoulder. I have pinched my thumb together, a bit like a sort of crocodile jaw. And that is enough to hold it. I'm totally relaxed in this hand, in this arm. Pick up my next piece of greenery, offer it up. And what I'm aiming to do here, if this piece was vertical, I'm coming in at a diagonal angle. The bushy heads are off to this side and the stems go off to the other side. And then, with my hand that does the work, gather the stems together, release my hand, just rotate the posy a tiny bit, clamp it together again, but I'm only clamped, I'm not gripping hold tight. Same thing, I put my flowers, same angle, diagonally down to here, and when that's in, grab hold with my right hand and twist a little bit. And that's the technique you're going to be using. So here, I'm offering it up, lying it across my fingertips, just then waggle my finger out and it grabs the stem. Now my stems, if you've got using flowers from the florist, they'll be lovely and straight because I've got garden greenery here. They're crossing over a little bit, so don't worry about that. Grasp the bottom, let go of your hand and pinch it down again. And this is the exact same technique you're going to be using the whole time. Putting the plant material diagonally, a twist and a turn. So it's a really good idea to practice that. And when you're feeling confident that you know what you're doing, you can think about adding your more beautiful flowers. So what I'm aiming for here is something that's vaguely round. It's never going to be perfectly round and spherical. We're not making a traditional little bridal rose bouquet. It's something from the garden, so the shape is going to be dependent on what materials you put in. And actually what I've ended up here with, by accident rather than design, was all my bits of green out to one side and my lilac off to the other. But I wouldn't worry about that. It's supposed to look like just a neat posy of flowers and greenery you've picked from your garden, and you're putting your own unique stamp on it. So I would have a go with just your greenery or your hard working materials first of all, and then you can take it apart, ready to do your actual bouquet. So you can separate all the stems out again. Or you could do the same thing with your flowers. So picking a hard, robust flower, so my chrysanthemum with their woody stems, the same thing. I pick up a stem, holding it so that the flowers branch out from my finger where I've clamped it together. The stems are just falling straight down. This hand is relaxed, my vase hand, and my right hand is doing the work for me. Offer it up, and you see this is almost like there's a little gap in here. Offer them up to diagonally, and then gently, I need to twist it a bit, pull it together. And what you'll find is that the little posy won't look like anything to begin with. Here I've only got 4 stems in, so it's never going to look like a finished posy. You need to put all your flowers in before you decide whether it's a success or not. But what you can see here, by putting those 4 stems in, I've made a hand-sized posy And that's the beauty of having these spray flowers, the one stem with the multi-headed flower, because it does fill up a nice big gap. And then you can see with the spiralling technique that the stems splay out at the bottom, and that's what helps you with a lovely full appearance at the top, a lovely full profile. Otherwise it would just be a mass of putting the flowers together like this, and the stems just lie straight down. They're still pretty, but it hasn't got that lovely graceful open head. Now, because these flowers are quite robust, I can take them apart and put them down on my bench, and I can start arranging for real.